none of us are in this business to make people homeless. We want to keep them housed.
For the BIPOC communities, we have been impacted a lot by the COVID-19 pandemic, and a lot of BIPOC households are at risk of becoming homeless. Also, the eviction moratorium, it's no longer in place. So a lot of people that are having issues paying their rent, they can actually use this assistance for a backlog of rent up to March 2020, and they can get help with rent for the next 3 months, prospective 3 months. So the good thing about this is that it's not going to affect anyone's immigration status. It's going to help alleviate a lot of burden that has to do with paying rent.
The Zero Balance Project is available only in Dakota, Hennepin, and Ramsey counties. It also includes Minneapolis and St. Paul. With the Zero Balance Project, applications are started by the landlord, who then invites renters to submit some additional information. With the Zero Balance Project, landlords provide some of the basic documentation, and so the application side for renters is a little bit quicker. But the other thing that's really significant is the Zero Balance Project cannot help you with utility bills. If you owe back payments to utility companies, we can only assist with utilities if they're included in the lease and paid directly to the landlord.
I think it's helpful to tenants because it is a much easier process to have the landlords initiate the applications and provide the information upfront concerning what their rental amount owed is and provide the lease information. It just reduces the amount of documentation that tenants have to gather. The application is relatively short, and all that is needed from the tenant is their income documentation.
We want landlords to not only apply the program, but to also let other landlords know about it, especially the Zero Balance Project. It's simpler to apply, and we're providing technical assistance. So it's very important that landlords know about it, let other landlords know about it, let your tenants know about it, and use the materials that we've created as a tool, especially if you have tenants that speak other languages.
The Zero Balance Project is an important project because it puts the landlords and the residents together as a team. And being a team and doing it as a team, you're able to get the applications completed quicker. It's a nice program because it's landlord initiated, so I'm able to start the process on behalf of the resident. So it does a couple of things. Number one, it maybe takes some of the scariness out of it, since the landlord is actually initiating the actual application process. We're asking them to let us help you. And it also puts the landlord in a good position because we're there to help. We're not just the scary landlord that's trying to kick people out. We actually want to help them get their rent paid.
And it's one of the few ways that landlords can recuperate back pay. It's also an important program because we can prevent eviction and homelessness and create a sustainable economy for everyone involved.
I think the Zero Balance Program is a great program for those seeking help for rent. The program is fairly easy. Just get with your landlord and they will help you through the process. I found out through my rental office, my manager is here at Howard Acres, and she informed everybody about the program that are out there. And then Zero Balance could help you in obtaining rent help. And it's a great program for you to apply for rent help.
There are 5 main things that landlords need. So the first one is a completed W-9, which is an IRS form that's very simple. If you don't have one on hand, there's a link to it on the Housing Link Zero Balance Project webpage and also in the application. You also need a full signed copy of the lease with the renter that you're inviting to participate. You need a copy of your property tax statement, and the main reason we want this is to document where your property is located, that it's in one of the counties that our program serves. Again, you can download this from the internet, and there are links on the housing link page for Zero Balance Project and also in the application itself. The fourth thing you need is details on what back rent the renter owes. This is a rent ledger. And so we want to know what is the unpaid rent and the fees, and if the utilities are in the lease, how much those are by month. They can go back as far as March of 2020. And then finally, the renter's email address. This one is really important because the email address is how renters are invited to do their part on the application.
Dakota County is doing a few things to make sure that we're focusing on the areas that need it the most. One of the things that we're doing is we're looking at risk factors and how those play into it. So we can take census tracts that have already been established for those that are impacted the most with COVID-19 and those that have other factors that influence homelessness. And then we can use those to kind of match up to what we're seeing for applications in the Zero Balance project. And when we notice that an area that should be accessing the program more is not, we're able to focus in on that area and offer services and direct support to those areas.
We want landlords to know that our services are available to them to meet with tenants and provide hands-on assistance to get the application completed.
One of the things or the strategies that we've been using with most of the people in the community is to do the door knocking. It's very cultural. We go from door to door, knocking people's door to tell them about this program. If we don't meet them at home, we drop the flyers underneath their door so that they can go through it and give us a call.
We have created posters, infographics, videos, promotional videos to kind of make sure the message is available in multiple languages, but also the message is accessed in multiple platforms. So we want to create messages that people understand in ways that they understand and they can consume in places that they're normally consuming information to increase the awareness about the program.
And over the past year, I've spent quite a bit of time doing outreach and application assistance for the various pandemic-related rental assistance programs. Most recently, I have been working with Dakota County and Restoration for All on the Zero Balance Project program, primarily assisting tenants.
I want to emphasize that landlords are critical partners in making sure everybody has a home in our community, and that this program is here in order to make sure that landlords are able to continue providing homes to so many people in our communities. That means it's important that you get paid for rent, and when something like the pandemic happens and people are unable to pay, this program exists to make sure that you can continue to provide homes in the community and that people can continue to stay in their homes. Because we need you to continue to be partners in our community, one thing that you can do, and that will make the application go more quickly, is to communicate with your renters before you invite them to submit, both to make sure that they're eligible, but also to let them know that you're inviting them to apply. Let them know that they should look for an email from neighborlysoftware.com. That's an invitation, because that email is the way the renters can do their part and complete the application as well. We encourage you to work with your renters to make sure that they have the information they need to submit, because a complete landlord and renter application is going to be reviewed and assisted the fastest.
I mean, I contacted every resident and told them that I was going to do the program. Like, I'm gonna do an application on your behalf. We're gonna do it together. And then once I do the application online, it lets me send an email to the resident to remind them to complete the application. Also, for me, it was important that I contacted the resident as the application was processing to make sure they didn't need help uploading documents or getting, their ID scanned or anything like that. Sometimes there were problems or questions with that.
some of the internet stuff was kind of hard, but they worked with me hands-on. So once I got, acclimated to the program, they worked with me and had somebody there to actually help me through the whole process. After that, it went pretty fast, pretty easy, and they worked well with everybody.
I really want to thank Dakota County for the good work they are doing. Thanks to Pollard Foundation for giving this funding to our organization to help BIPOC households so that they can access this rental assistance.
Well, I just want to thank landlords for all that they are doing to help their tenants complete their application. We just really value you in this community.
We're really excited that we are able to provide this help to make sure that landlords are able to receive the money that is owed to them under their leasing contracts. And we really want people to apply as soon as possible. There are plenty of funds remaining in this program, but they will sooner or later run out. And we want you to get your applications in now so that you can get the assistance that you and your renters need, so everybody comes out of this pandemic whole and able to pay their bills.
We just want to say on behalf of Dakota County, thank you to our landlords. Like I said, they have just been incredible in the response that we've gotten from them when they're facing crisis of their own. We know that Dakota County landlords have also suffered the brunt of some of the impacts of the pandemic. So for them to be able to help our renters stay housed in the middle of their own crisis is incredible. So just want to say thank you to our landlords.